This is Dawn at Dawn's Astrological Vision. Welcome back. Stand by for Scorpio February 2017 general forecast. Scorpio sun sign rising and moon sign. Your rulers, Mars and Pluto, are busy this month. On the 22nd, the planet Mars squares Pluto. They only square off every 2 years, and when they do, it happens twice. The next date will be November 19th. The energy of this Mars-Pluto clash increases the possible use of military force and or the potential for powerful weather incidents. Unfortunately, the threat level rises even higher on February 26 when the intense energies generated by the Pisces new moon solar eclipse and even more fuel is added to the fire later that same day when Mars joins up with unpredictable Uranus in fiery Aries. This is not the best week to make a big decision or initiate a new idea. Around the 26th, your energy has a way of getting away from you. A certain ruthlessness could mark your actions when someone tries to stop you. When you meet an obstacle, you are likely to force it out of your way without thinking of other people or the consequences of your behavior. Beware of this a few days before and after the 26th. This Mars-Uranus conjunction in Aries on the 26th occurs in your 6th house, and this is the house of work or services rendered, employees, health, and mental awareness or practical problems and how to solve them. You are experiencing a drive for absolute independence. You are self-assertive, pioneering, and success can be obtained in a relatively short space of time. Old conditions may break up as a prelude to entering a new phase. Changes can happen suddenly and may take your breath away. There are 2 eclipses during the month of February. The first one is a lunar eclipse on February 10th at 22 degrees of Leo. The second is a solar eclipse on February 26th, as we just spoke about, at 8 degrees of Pisces. Eclipses show when transformations are coming and encourage us to take stock of each of these life areas on a regular basis. This is the first place to check for imbalances or needed changes. An eclipse is a time when emotional energy is at its highest point. It is best not to schedule an elective surgery or any major life-changing events or decisions until the following week. This full moon on the 10th is sandwiched between a sign change for Mercury and a lucky Sun-Jupiter meet-up. This Leo full moon lunar eclipse is especially fortunate because both the Sun and Moon are blessed by compatible influences from lucky Jupiter. The full moon affects your 10th house, which governs public reputation and status, profession, career, and authority figures. The 10th house is the most public area and where you gain notice. There may be a need to take on greater responsibility. The solar eclipse is on the 26th at 8 degrees of Pisces and is affecting your 5th house. The process of transformation associated with an eclipse is always desirable in the long run. Eclipses help move us along our path and fulfill our purpose. The solar eclipse affects your house of love, children, romance, artistic expression, entertainment, sports, and speculation. This house corresponds with the urge to create something that will live on. Children, the pursuit of pleasure, friendships, and hobbies are highlighted with an eclipse falling here. Self-image may be at a high or low point. The sense of personal power is in focus. The sun is continuing in the sign Aquarius until the 18th. This is your 4th house, Scorpio, and there is an increase in self-expression in the domestic environment. Personal leadership is exercised in family affairs. Romantic, social, artistic, or child-oriented activities often take place in the home. The planet Venus leaves Pisces on the 3rd and moves into the sign Aries. Venus, the planet of love, cannot relax in the sign Aries. Venus will retrograde in March and will be crisscrossing back and forward in this uncomfortable area until June. As for all signs, this is not good news for relationships and finances. It does give you a nice chunk of time to sharpen your skills in those areas. This is your 6th house, Scorpio, and favorably influences the areas of health, fitness, dealing with pets, relationships with coworkers, and your daily routine. You are likely to socialize with people on the job. You are experiencing harmonious relationships in the working environment, increased personal attractiveness through improved health, and or possibly through the purchase of beautiful clothing. Some Scorpios could become involved in work related to art, music, entertainment, and luxury items. Your ruler Mars remains in Aries all month. Mars energizes those activities related to physical work. You may become more involved in physical fitness programs to improve your health. Watch out for any health problems caused by inflammation or fevers, injuries, nervous strain, and surgery. On the 5th, Jupiter turns retrograde in Libra. This retrograde is a chance to review, rethink, or rebuild your moral, ethical, and religious views over the next 4 months. Jupiter retrograde is in your 12th house and emphasizes the karmic aspect, since this is the house of karma. Jupiter, under any circumstances, implies where karma should be worked out. With a retrograde Jupiter in the 12th house, you are noticing how your energy may have been misused in frivolous or wasteful activities. The retrograde Jupiter points out that maybe an individual stress more the external features of living rather than balancing the inner and the outer. When Jupiter turns retrograde, the action of Jupiter is reversed so that the emphasis is upon inner awareness and inner growth. It is an excellent time to get in touch with personal integrity. Also, when Jupiter is retrograde, you should evaluate how or if you are not being honest with yourself because you are playing a role that is disloyal to your true self. When opportunities arise while Jupiter is retrograde, they are the result of seeds planted in the past from people met or connections made in the past. On the 18th, the Sun leaves the air sign Aquarius and dives into the emotional and intuitive deep sea waters of Pisces for the next month. The Sun's movement into Pisces relaxes and softens the general atmosphere, makes it more sensitive, and turns the general focus towards creative arts and acts of kindness. This is your 5th house, and for the next few weeks, there is a strong focus on children, fun, and romance. If you have children or deal with young individuals, expect to become more involved with their affairs. Now is a great time to plan a party or take a relaxing vacation. Time spent on one of your hobbies can be very rewarding now. Creative and self-expressive projects are also favored. If you are looking for love, this is a period when you are likely to find it, Scorpio. Your lucky days of the month are, the 7th, 8th, 16th, 17th, 26th, and 27th. That completes your forecast for the month of February. Scorpio, as usual, I want to thank you for listening, liking, and subscribing to Dawn's Astrological Vision. Scorpio, have a wonderful February, and I'll talk to you in March. Bye.